Hey, I've added some new things onto my Mercari page. If anyone is interested, you all ask me from time to time about Mercari, so that's why I just did this intro now, letting you know that there are new makeup items up there, new fragrances up there, new clothing up there. So when you get a chance after the video, make sure you go check it out. Okay, on to the video, ladies and gents. What's up, everyone? It is your girl, Gelbeauty here, aka Grace, and today we're gonna try out some new Tower 28. Now, I know this, what is a skin tint foundation, is not new, but I did want to try the new Tower 28 banana powder, so I figured I'd go ahead and just add this to my cart to try out, because since my skin is getting a little bit better, I can use stuff like this, or I can just mix it in with foundation that's like too light, that'll give me more coverage. But this retails for $28. I'm pretty sure. I got the shade Banana. As you can see, she's quite light. She's much lighter than I thought she was going to be in person. And we're going to do a cute little battle, because I'm here, you're here, everyone's here, against the NARS Pressed Powder in Bay. NARS Soft and Matte Advanced Perfecting Powder in Bay. So as you can see, Bay is more appropriate for my skin tone. As you can see, this is darker than this one. This one is quite light. But I believe both of them are supposed to blur. I'll try to remember to put the information up on here, but I have done one for this one. It says get ready, jet set, blur. So when I saw this, I immediately knew I wanted to try it, and I love Tower 28, so I wanted to try some more Tower 28 things. But hello, my name is Grace. If you have not been here before, welcome to all my new members. And if you like new makeup release videos, if you like the latest complexion video, I recently did one on the Dior foundation and contour stick. I've also done one on the new Fenty blushes. If you like a good fragrance video, the latest one I did was the one on the Fleur Heavy Cream. I did Fleur Caramel and Coconut Skin. I love to do a good dupe video, so I've done dupes on full makeup products, not just eyeshadows like most people know me for. I've also done dupes on fragrances, and I did my first fashion video, which I'm super excited about. So if you like that sort of content, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. Now on with the rest of the video. So I don't really use products like this as a general rule, just because, and online it said it was a foundation, which I find interesting, but on the packaging it says it is a tinted sunscreen. So now I'm feeling some type of, feel like I was hoodwinked, bamboozled, and I'm pissed off. I'm going to use their concealer as well though, because I actually really love their concealers. I have the Oil Sucker from One Size, the Extreme Mattifying Alkaline Primer, so we're going to try that out today as well, or try it again as well. I use the Rare Beauty Power. I have the shade True Caramel. This is a tinted powder, so I don't know how well this face is about to work out for me, because let me zoom in so you see what I'm talking about. I do have like dark spots and hyperpigmentation on my face, but we're going to go ahead and try to cover that up and fix it in Jesus' name, okay? Use my Sigma color corrector. They actually just came back in stock with this. I have the shade Dark to Deep. But this is a new step in my routine I was trying, so I think I'll give y'all a little bit of my new light makeup routine or whatever. But yeah, so what I do is I'll take the darker one sometimes, and sometimes use the lighter one, depends on how I feel. Today we're going to use the dark one because we're doing it like around my mouth. The lighter one I usually like to use like underneath my eyes to brighten them up. This is a good alternative to the Becca color corrector that they had back in the day. I know they still sell it with Sigma, but I mean not Sigma, with Smashbox. But if you didn't want to spend the high cost on that, I feel like this would be a good alternative for you. So that's something to keep in mind. I prefer to use this shade in the summertime underneath my eyes as well, and then like when it gets to be fall and winter, I use the shade Dark, because this is the shade Deep. Should put my primer on first now that I think about it, but that's okay. We're just going to have to work around it, y'all. I don't really feel like I need too much primer underneath my eyes, I guess. And I'm going to set underneath my eyes with some powder to make sure we work this on out. But as you can see, it's a very nice color. I feel like it evened out my tone pretty nicely. I actually got a decent amount of sleep though, so it's not like I really needed this too much. Lately I've actually been getting a decent amount of sleep, so there's that. But let's get into this primer. So let's prime the rest of my face, because I know Tower 28 is more about being responsible for the environment, and that's why I'm assuming they didn't put a mirror in there. Just like Fenty didn't do with her new, Rihanna didn't do with her new blushes. There is no mirror in those. My only thing with those is like, why did you change the shape on them? Like, I liked the original like octagonish type shape. But even with the new highlighter she came out with, they're supposed to be limited edition. Like, they have that shape. So like, why do we need to change the shape? Why, Rihanna girl? Why did we change the shape? So I'm going to take this Lancome powder in the shade Deep, and we're I'm gonna set my primer with this. Usually do this from time to time. It's mainly a thing I like to do in the summertime though, because you know, sometimes primer's gonna be doing the best for you. You gotta make it last. This one actually does work pretty well though, but I did do this technique with it, but I've done it without this technique and it's been fine. So I do set the concealer underneath my eyes too, because I'm like, why not? Sorry, the color corrector underneath my eyes too, because I'm like, why not? I do find that it helps give me a more even complexion and it doesn't look as dark underneath the eyes when I do that along with my color corrector. So that's why I started doing it. With this, I'm trying to help the primer last and see if we can get like a little more coverage out of the situation. But let's see how the color looks and if I picked the okay color. Because looking at it, I feel like it's a little light than what I expected it to be. She's way too light. But you know, we're gonna have to work with what we got, girl. So let's see how this looks out on the face. I square that a lot. Hopefully it somewhat builds up. I'm not expecting it to build up too much. So there's that. But yeah, this is definitely like a winter shade, not a summer shade. I feel like I picked according to the model and what I saw. So we'll make it work. Like I do with all my other stuff, girl. We'll make it work. Hopefully it gets more coverage than, you know, like some skin tints that actually say they skin tints and then they, you know, give you skin tint coverage. Like I want it to be like Rihanna's like skin tint where it's actually giving coverage. I'm gonna use this flat top edge kabuki, which I have not used in forever. Like I can't tell you the last time I used a flat top kabuki brush. I usually use a more rounded brush for foundation, but you know, I'm trying to pat to get as much coverage out of this as possible because I know the type of product it is now. It looks very glowy on the face. It's definitely giving a glow. I will say I feel like it's giving decent coverage considering it says it's a tinted sunscreen, but in all fairness, I did put like color corrector on to help with the situations I know I have issues with, and then I did set the primer to make sure it had like a base underneath it to give it more like coverage. So I feel like that's the way I'm gonna have to work with this product, or like I said, mix it in with a foundation that's too dark to kind of lighten it up and get a little bit more coverage, like the one I bought from Guerlain. Like y'all know, in the wintertime that was too dark, so I could easily mix this in with it and it would look nice on the skin. So I don't worry about doing that. So I think it looks pretty nice. It's just a really like glowy product. So if you like really glowy makeup products, then I feel like this would be a nice thing for you. I'm sorry if you can hear Adriangameover snoring in the background. My apologies. But I was like, I need to get this done because it's looking gloomy and dark outside here in Chicago, which means it's probably gonna rain, and I want to get home and start like possibly decluttering my blushes or like just pulling content for the next week. So what I do is like on Saturdays I will go through my collection and try to pull stuff to make shorts, because if you all have noticed, I've been trying to do a short every day in addition to a video every day because people seem to really like shorts. I honestly, you know, don't really be having too much inspiration sometimes when it comes to shorts, because I'm like, I don't really, you know, like watch shorts content. So I'm like, it's hard for me to make content that I don't consume and don't, you know, really like worry about too much. So I'll be like over here like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. Not using cream bronzers today. So I have let the concealer sit for a little while on the chin, so it's putting that in. But yeah, shorts are hard for me. Somebody told me I should focus a little bit more on fashion because, like, you know, of my size and me being a smaller person or whatever, that I can put on all these cute little outfits or whatever. But I'm like, I feel like it would be something to do for fun on the side. I'm trying to do new stuff if y'all haven't noticed, like with the fashion videos, since you all have asked me for it. I try to do makeup releases every week because you asked me for it. So it's like I try to do stuff that y'all asked for. But, you know, sometimes I just be like, I don't be knowing where to start. So it's like I contemplate for a while, I have to think about it for a while. And I know like life is still going on and other contents that have to be made. So that's why sometimes I may not rush or start off in an expeditious manner getting the stuff done that y'all asked me for. It's not because I don't care, it's just more of like, I'll be trying to wrap my head around like, where should I start with this? And it's like, y'all know, YouTube isn't the only thing I do. So I'm like, I have to be mindful of the normal things I have to do in life. And then still think about how I'm gonna like get done what you all asked me about. So it's like, it'd be a whole like thing or whatever. So that's why I'm kind of just like, sometimes when it's gonna overwhelm, like, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to do this? It's like they asked for this, and it's not like I don't want them to think I don't care, but I'm like, because I have other things going on in life, and then I still, you know, have to get regular everyday content out while I'm figuring out how to do the new content that you're asking for. It'd be like a whole thing. So I'm slowly trying to do a little more fashion like here and there because, you know, people seem to like it, but I'm just trying to figure out like how I plan on like, you know, making it more like, I guess, long-term thing for lack of better term. Okay, y'all, so let's get into these powders. So I'll put the NARS one over here and then we'll put the Tower 28 one over here. I have the shade Bay in NARS, and as you can see, like I have a good little like pan in it. Like you can see the circle in the pan there. I used to wear this, and now when I first got it, I thought it was so stunning. I think it still looks amazing. I might put the NARS one down the middle of the face, but I think we should put the Tower 28 down the middle of the face just because it's the newer of the two and we want to see how it works in multiple places on the face. So I'm probably just going to put the NARS one literally underneath his eye and that'll be it. I look at how amazing this stuff is. I mean, look at that. Look how amazing and blurred and soft and nice that looks underneath the eye. Like, I'm serving face, girl. Yes. It's given I'm living. Yes. Tower 28 one, I have the shade Banana, and it's a very light banana. So. Okay, I don't really see any banana. Like, I feel like it's not really giving too much of anything besides blurred. If anything, I don't see any like banana-ish shade to it. It kind of looks really similar to the NARS one on the skin. That's crazy. Wow, it's looking really similar to the NARS one on the skin. Although I feel like the NARS one does give a little bit like of a yellow undertone, and I don't feel like this one gives as much of a yellow undertone, but I feel like they're both doing a good job of blurring, and it actually looks thinner on the skin than the NARS one does in my personal opinion. But comment down below and tell me if you see what I'm saying. Like, I feel like this one looks a little heavier, the NARS one on the skin, and the Tower 28 one looks a little bit smoother and lighter on top of the skin. So okay, let me find out Tower 28. Let me find out. And they did come up with the like standard amount of shades. I told y'all I thought they were. They had a pink one, they have a translucent one, they have this banana one, and then they have like a deeper one for people my skin tone. So I told y'all I feel like they was gonna do like 4 to 5 shades when it came to it, just to have like the standard amount and keep it with the color of like popular shades that are out now. And they did just that. So, but this is definitely to me giving more translucent than necessarily banana, because like where do you see any yellow undertones? So that's my only like issue with this product. I feel like I don't see any yellow undertone. Maybe I'll give a yellow undertone to someone who's like a more medium skin tone or a lighter shade of brown, but the traditional like banana yellow tone that I feel like I get with this NARS one, where I feel like I see a little bit more yellow, I don't feel like I'm getting it with this Tower 28 one, but it looks lighter and less heavier on the skin. So I mean, do the information is good, I don't know. But remember, this is the Tower 28 side and this is the NARS side. So NARS looks a little heavier, but NARS to me gives a more yellow undertone in color, whereas I feel like Tower 28 is depending on the color concealer I got to give me the color I have underneath my eyes, because I don't feel like it's doing it on its own. That's just me, but like I say, do the information as will, guys. Do with it what you will. I don't know. I've been finding a few makeup dupes here and there that I've been excited about, y'all. So I'm going to film I'm trying to decide if I should film like a shorts reel about them, and then y'all can watch the long form video later on along with some other things, and those just be like a sneak peek, or if I should just, you know, drop one every day so that way I can have more shorts to post. Because like I'm telling y'all, like I be running out of ideas from time to time. This is the Rare Beauty powder in the shade 2 Caramel, but I be running out of ideas from time to time, so you know, working better than I expected it to. I expected it to like not really cover too much of anything, and I feel like it did an okay job of covering. Not like the best. Like I feel like Rihanna's and like Patrick Starr's One Size ones do better when it comes to people who have skin like mine. But since my skin has gotten better over time and I've been working on it, I feel like it doesn't look as bad. So I'm like, since it doesn't look as bad, I'm not disliking it as much as I feel like I normally would otherwise. Because normally I'd have been like, yeah, no, this is not it. Where's the coverage and all that? But I'm like, because of the steps I took ahead of time, I feel like it doesn't look as bad as I normally thought it would. Y'all know I love a good Sigma moment. So of course I use my Sigma bronzer, and I'm gonna use my Sigma Soft Sculpt brush from the Soft Coverage collection. You can use code Gelbeauty if you are interested in purchasing anything. I am so excited to try out their skin tint. I'm gonna do a battle of it against the new skin tint from Sephora as well, but I'm just waiting on the skin tint to show up. I did just order it Friday though, so, and it's only like, you know, been a day, so like I'm not expecting it till probably like next week, hopefully. And thank you to everybody who's been buying off Mercari. I appreciate you, because I've been getting quite a few more sales than I normally do. But I don't know if it's like people don't read description boxes, because people like, I think a couple people did, and they were the ones who asked me, so that's when I just started making like the PSA at the beginning of the videos. So it wasn't like a, you know, me trying to get you to buy stuff. It was kind of more of like people have been asking me, and it's like, y'all know me, I'll be scatterbrained throughout videos sometimes and talking about random stuff like we did earlier, so I don't necessarily always think to tell you about it. So I'm like, if I put it at the beginning and the end of the video, I know that I informed and told you since people had asked, and then that way it's not like, you know, I was just ignoring you, because I don't ever want y'all to feel like I'm just like ignoring you and don't, you know, like respond and all that. It's just, you know, I be living life and a lot of stuff be going on behind the scenes sometimes, so that's why, you know, I don't always respond in as a timely manner as I would hope to. But this is pretty much the finished face for now. We'll come back and put on some highlighter. We're gonna put on the fruit lighter now. I have the shade Juicy. It's just a nice orangey-esque blush, highlighter that I feel like would go nicely with the vibe of the blushes that we have on. So I tried to kind of somewhat coordinate with that. Now I don't think it's gonna go well with the eye look I gotta do, but you know, that doesn't matter, it's fine. This is a very somewhat sparkly-esque highlighter, so I have to keep that in mind when I put it on, because as you can see, it's, look at all that, just giving a lot. Definitely giving a nice sparkle and glow, and I do feel like it matches nicely with the blush I have on, because it gives a corally, orangey, pinkish, reddish type vibe, so I felt like this would go nicely with it, so that's what we're putting on. I don't have to put too much on my nose, because I feel like when you first put this highlighter on, like it sticks wherever you initially put it, and then like you have a little bit of difficulty blending it out. Not like a whole lot, but a little bit, and sometimes I have to like go in with the foundation brush. If I pick up a little too much on the brush with my F03 cheekbone highlighter brush from Sigma, this is like one of my favorite highlighter brushes for them. It's one other one I like, Adriangameover likes the same highlighter brushes I do. It's not this one, it's the other one I'm talking about that I haven't been using recently, because lately I've just been trying to target cheekbone and put the highlighter there, so that's why I've been preferring this one over that one. I still like that one from time to time, it's just I don't use it nearly as much as I used to. Got some stuff from a follower who sent me a cute little package. Thank you so much, Nay. So I gotta use that after this video's over, but we're gonna use my short Tilbury. I have the huge jumbo one. She said it's back in stock. I don't know if she just meant it was back in stock on her app or website, or if she meant it back in stock at Sephora as well. If you do want to pick it up, you can use my code. It's down in the description box down below. You can get 15% off when you go purchase it on her app or her website. I'm sorry y'all, everybody just out here doing everything. So what I initially do is I'll like press in primer, setting spray on my face, and then I'll turn around and just let the setting spray sit on its own the second go round. So we're pressing it the first go round to make sure that everything looks warmed in, or warmed up and worn on the skin, so that way it looks more natural as opposed to looking like a fresh set of makeup. Fresh set of makeup is nice, but that first hour, once it starts warming up the skin, it looks, you know, nicer in my personal opinion. So that's why I press it in to try to like rush with that effect, and then I just let the other one sit on top. But this is a finished face, so this is what we're working with, girl. I'm gonna go off camera and do an eye look. I'll put on a lip, and I'll talk to you all later on tonight. Okay, girl? Okay, y'all, so I'm back. And this face is worn pretty well. I'm starting to see a breakthrough though, and you can see like dark spots on my face and whatnot. So it is more of a skin tint-esque product and not necessarily a foundation, but like I told you all, I'll just mix it in with one of my foundations that's too dark or is a summer shade, so that way I can make sure I can wear it in the wintertime. So that's not really an issue for me. I'm liking the fact that it has SPF in it, and it's a quick, you running out the door, go run some errands, so I can put a stick foundation with it. So it's not that as big a deal to me as it used to be. Plus my skin, I feel like it's clearing up a little bit more, so it shouldn't be a big issue. But let's talk about what we actually came in for the powder. So as you can see, remember, this is the NARS side, this is the Tower 28 side, along with down the middle of the face. I think it actually wore pretty well. Only downside to me is I feel like the coloring isn't giving what I expected it to. Like I wanted it to be more of a like kind of brightish yellow, if you will, and I feel like it's a more toned down like pastel yellow, almost to the point where being translucent on some of my skin tones. So I don't feel like it works the best underneath my eyes for me. That's just my personal opinion. I mean, It's not a bad product. It's just I like the NARS one better because I feel like it gives more coloring underneath the eye. And to me, this was a little bit too translucent. I do like the smoothness underneath here though. So I might try it out with the Cuneifer powder from, what is it? Ulta Beauty, the Easy Baked one. That's pressed one is supposed to brighten. I feel like I might like it better with that one because that one would give me the color and I could just put this across on top of it to blur it, or vice versa. I'm not sure how I want to work that out yet, but it's an okay product. Maybe I should have got the one for my face, but I don't know how it is when it comes to like pigmentation and adding coverage onto the skin, because I don't feel like it added any coverage. I feel like it just set down the product and that's fine, but I don't know. It was nice. It blurred nicely. It is a lighter powder than the NARS one, but I don't know. I guess I expected the coloring of it to be different, and then when I got it in person, I was just like, oh. So I'm not excited with the color, but that's just me. Oh, if you're curious what's going on with the eyes, this is Beaute Cosmetics palette. I forgot what the name of it is, but it's actually a good dupe for the Glam Light and Rick and Morty palette. It has a lot of similar colors in it, and it's a more condensed version of that palette if you were interested. But those are my thoughts on the powders. I prefer the NARS one over this one. I do feel like this one blurs better and it's lighter weight on the skin than the NARS one is, but I prefer the color of the NARS one. And the NARS one does do a good job. I remember how much I loved it. It was almost a pan, as you all saw, so it's not like it's not going to get used here. But once I get done with it, I will be using the Tower 28 one. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. Remember, you all are diamonds. Make sure you subscribe. The membership's down below if you're interested. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye. The fun doesn't have to end here. Make sure you follow me over on Instagram for the latest fashion, fragrance, and makeup tips. So go ahead and subscribe.